This internal and external factors analysis is very much beneficial to analyze the competitor strategies. Through knowing the internal and external factors of your business, you can allocate the resources accordingly and you can make sure of smooth run of your business for the longer period. Knowing each and every factor with respect to the business environment is called environment. If you simply sit without analyzing the internal and external factors, you will not get to know anything about what's happening in and around our business. Hello everyone, I am Arun Kumar, lecturer in Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Dear students, welcome to this new session on the chapter Introduction to Business Environment. So in the previous sessions, we discussed about what is the meaning of business, what is the meaning of environment, what is the meaning of business environment, and we also discussed the objectives of business environment and also the scope of business environment and internal and external factors. And in external factors, we also discussed about macro and micro environment. So in this session, we will be discussing about the impact of internal and external factors on decision making in business and environmental analysis. And we also going to discuss about process of environmental analysis. So moving on to the today's discussion, impact of internal and external factors on decision making in business. Yes, impact of internal and external environment. So we already discussed our customers' impact on our business, suppliers' impact on our business, economy impact on our business, and also the financial condition it impacts on our business, human resource impacts on our business, society impacts on your business, political environment it impacts on our business, right? So every factor on this earth will impact, even including natural environment, it impacts on our business. So each and every factor it impacts on our business, and the impact may be the negative or the positive one, but obviously it will impact. So with respect to that, in decision making, how this internal and external factors will impact. The first thing, analysis of competitors' strategies and formulation of effective countermeasures. Yes, this internal and external factors analysis is very much beneficial to analyze the competitor strategies. Simply without doing any experiments or without collecting any information with respect to your competitors, you can't compete in the market. If you want to compete in the market, you should know your competitors, what kind of products they are producing, right? At what price they are selling, at what quality they are producing the products. So each and every information you should have to collect so that you can give the effective countermeasures. Yes, you can give the effective countermeasures to your competitors. What does it mean? What is this effective countermeasures? Effective countermeasures are nothing but your competitor will be giving a unique product. So if you analyze each and every aspect of that unique product, you can also produce the same similar kind of product and you can release it to the market and you can improve or increase the goodwill of your brand. So that is why this internal and external analysis is very much important. So this internal and external environment will affect on our business. The second one, develop action plans to deal with technological advancements. Yes, to deal with technological advancement. So in the present days, it's all about technology, right? So without technology, we can't live. So everything is in our hands. Okay, everything will be in our fingertip. So improvisation in technology is very much important. So without technology, it is not possible. It is not possible to sustain in the market. So if you want to sustain in the market, you have to update. You have to update with the technology and you have to move in the market. Next, identify, prioritize and exploit opportunities. Yes, It also beneficial, this internal and external factors is also beneficial to identify, prioritize and exploit opportunities. If you simply sit without analyzing the internal and external factors, you will not get to know anything about what's happening in and around our business, right? If you really want to know what's happening in and around of our business, yes, obviously we have to go through with this internal and external environment. So if you go through with internal and external environment, you will get to know what's happening in and around our business, so that you can identify those things and you can prioritize each and every factor and you can exploit the opportunities. You can create the opportunities. Next one, minimize the effects of adverse conditions and changes. Yes, minimize the effects of adverse conditions and changes. So if you go through with internal and external factors, so you can minimize the risk, you can minimize the problems, because you will get to know or the environment is going to affect on your business, whether it's positively or negatively, so that you can easily control the factors and you can minimize the risk or the problems which will be affecting your business. So moving on, better decisions to support established objectives. Yes, better decisions to support established objectives. Yes, we will be having the established objective, that is to make profit or to make our business entity to be the top one in the country. So we will be having an established objective. So to working towards that, to working towards the betterment or the achieving of the objective, this internal and external environment will be very much helpful. How it is helpful? Yes, again, from that we will get to know whether it will be impacting positively or negatively. If it is impacting negatively, so that you can change it, so that you can make the changes accordingly and you can take the better decisions towards supporting of the established objectives. Next, more effective allocation of resources to identified opportunities. Yes, allocation of resources is very much important. You will be having human resource, employees. If you pay good salary, yes, employees will be happy and they will be working hard to achieve the main objective of the business entity. If you are not paying good salary, what they will do? Obviously, they won't work properly, right? If you won't motivate your employees, if you won't treat your employees very well, then obviously the employees will not work properly, right? If you don't have a proper infrastructure to start your business, then obviously not possible to run the business. So allocation of resources is very much important. Through knowing the internal and external factors of your business, you can allocate the resources accordingly and you can make sure of smooth run of your business for the longer period. Next one, integrated behaviors of individuals into your total efforts. Integrated behaviors is nothing but integrating, coming together. So if all the employees, if they come together and if they put their efforts, then obviously their total effort will be helping in the achievement of the organizational objective. So the internal and external factor will help the employees to come together and to put their efforts towards the achievement of the organizational objective. Next one, keep managers dynamic, encourage forward thinking and develop favorable attitudes towards change. Yes, internal and external environment are not stagnant. It will be changing from time to time. So if the manager of any entity, if he is really an innovative person, if he really ready to accept the changes, then obviously this internal and external factors will help those kind of managers to change themselves and to be dynamic and also to encourage forward thinking and develop favorable attitudes towards the change. Next one, the last one, degree of discipline and professionalism to the management of a business. Yes, degree of discipline and professionalism to the management of the business. Yes, the professionalism will start with by knowing the each and every factor of the business, that is the internal and external factors. So this internal and external factors will be helping the manager to be a professional person and to be disciplined with respect to the business. So these are all the impact of internal and external factors on decision making in business. So moving on to the next topic, environmental analysis. So what is this environmental analysis? Yes, knowing each and every factor with respect to the business environment is called environmental analysis, whether it is internal environment or external environment. So we have to observe each and every environment with respect to micro or macro or internal or external environment. So by looking at each and every environment, we have to analyze. For example, natural environment, how it is going to affect on our business, we have to analyze. Okay, next, political environment. If there is any political changes with respect to that particular country or the state, then it analyze. So analyzing the each and every factor of the business environment is called environmental analysis. So environmental analysis is a process of identifying the relevant factors that have a direct or indirect impact on the effective and efficient functioning of the business. So environmental analysis is a process where we are going to identify the direct and indirect factors which affects the business positively or negatively. That is called environmental analysis. And again, it is a process to identify all the external and internal elements which can affect the organization's performance. Yes, it is a process where we are going to identify the internal and external environment which affects the organizational performance. So this is the meaning of environmental analysis. So moving on to know the process of environmental analysis, the first one is scanning. Scanning is nothing but identifying. So identifying a particular environment, that is called scanning. Next, monitoring. So after identifying, after analyzing that, we have to scan, we have to look into that particular environment, we have to analyze that environment. Next thing is forecasting. Yes, after analyzing, we have to forecast what may happen in future. Okay, what may happen in future, that is called forecasting. Next one, assessment. So after forecasting, you have to assess that. You have to assess, okay, fine, if this will happen in future, so how it will impact on our business entity. So about that, we are going to assess. So first thing is scanning, second thing is monitoring, third thing is forecasting, and the last one is assessment. So these are the 4 steps what we have under process of environmental analysis. So in this session, we discussed impact of internal and external environment on decision making of business, and also we discussed about environmental analysis and the process of environmental analysis. So with this, we are in the end of this unit 1. We will meet you in the upcoming sessions. Until then, thank you all.